Foul shot good there by Bestwick. 5:59 remaining here in the first quarter. Round 9 action. The Spartans versus the Grenadiers. Cal Barker now with the ball going inside on Matty Young. Acrobatic wanted the finish, didn't get it. Barker opened the game with that three-pointer you saw. Yule gets through on the reach. Contested by Connor Smith. Nothing there. Bestwick once again takes that away, and they're going to reset now through Latham. Young had a big game last week. Takes a three, no good. Rebound by Yule, goes straight back inside to the big man. Jam, wham, thank you, man. That brings it within two now. 11-9, our starting score. Blocked by Yule. That'll go to the right of the screen. First foul for Yule, first foul of the game. On the floor for the Spartans are the brothers Liam and Connor Smith, the brothers Cal and Nick Barker. And that's Jack Stanwick down the inbound. Meanwhile for the Grenadiers, it is Yule, Latham, Young and Bestwick. That's Connor Smith out there. Boyd Hever on the bench for the Spartans tonight. Phoenix Roby is out with an ankle injury. He's in uniform, so that looks to have been done in the warm-up. Roby with 31 last week, and the Spartans' big win. 46-10 run from the last 13 and a half of the third quarter. Yule gets a defender in the air, doesn't matter, he's lost that, he's going to need someone to touch it. Smith did. So Yule gets the ball back, and that foul's going to be on Smith, that's Liam Smith. Meanwhile, bench for the Grenadiers. That would be Peterson, Josh Yule, Caleb Pawson and Zach Minty. The Grenadiers getting the win last week in a exciting affair. Certainly their best performance of the year. 2 of their last 3, looking for 3 out of 4 now, and wanting to push the Kings, who they beat last week, for that third spot. Young in the corner for 3. That's good. The Bill Walton impression working well for him. It's a 13-12 ball game, 1 point in it. And this one probably more hotly contested. Now that some of these Grenadier boys, there's hotly contested. That's a wonderful layup from Liam Smith. Spent the season in the NWBU up in Devonport. No NBL one this season, but certainly a priority for the Hobart Chargers on the wings there. Samuel, former Chargers guard. Young gets absolutely wiped. Doesn't matter. He is on fire. The timeout has been called. That looks to be a substitution. Big Josh Yule coming in there. 4:15 remaining in the first. 15 apiece, and we've got a ball game. other side of the floor, we've got Spartans and Hobart Women, 4-5 there, 4.5 minutes and change remaining there. These guys are about to come back into the timeout. Spartans undefeated in their return to play. Now the Grenadiers, as I mentioned, 2 of their last 3s. Their substitutions, Mr. Peterson and Josh Yule, join the fray there, number 22 and 4. Meanwhile, big Boyd Heather, former Charger player himself, 3-D guy at the moment, in the latter years of his career. Stanwicks now with the ball. He's been putting the burners on left, right and centre. Big McMarker takes the rest. There's Cal Barker. He teed up last week. Said he's been looking for a jump shot and a made basket. That there didn't help him. Opened up with a 3. Nothing sit. Stanwicks for an open 3. He's missed. Contact no. Young with a loose pass. Be the best way to describe that one. Referees Ruben Woolcock, NBL level referee Ruben Woolcock, just finished his first season in the NBL. That's a lovely dump down pass. $1 million move and a 5-cent finish there. Smith going in, and that charge has been called by Andrew Johnson. Yule hit straight up. Charge there on Connor Smith. 3-1 the foul count here, 3:35 remaining in the first. And Timmy Peterson just providing a bit of extra relief as a big there. Young not having to do all the work. Ran the same play again, didn't get the pass they wanted. Bestwick there, doesn't matter. Yule dumped down past Peterson, short corner takes it, makes it. And a bit of a challenge here. The Grenadiers now ahead by 2, 17-15. Again, the Spartans been well over that 30 point per game winning margin in their opening contest. Stanwicks inside on the left, that gets nothing but net and not in the right way. Josh Yule comes down the floor now. Wanted to dump down Gideon Gevitt. Heather not allowing him inside. Yule goes inside. Stanwicks there. Doesn't matter. Peterson on the short corner gets that to roll. And the confidence oozing out of the Grenadiers in the last 4 weeks has been monumental. Liam Smith, 3-D, perennial 3-D player here for the Spartans. That looked long and was. Stanwicks knocks away to Connor Smith. Just come off the foul. Boyd Heather. Again, reliable jumper from pretty much anywhere on the court. That screen there by Barker. Back down to Connor Smith. Wants to split the D. Does. Keeps the handle. Back out to Stanwicks. 3. Contested by Bestwick late. Doesn't matter. 18-19 our scoreline. A lovely jumper there from Stanwicks, who'd have to be one of the leading contenders for the MVP voting here in the SBL men's competition. Sammy Yule, former Chargers point guard. Turn, fade away, no good from Matty Young. That one to Barker, wasn't expecting it. Barker thrown out early in the first quarter last week. He's back on the floor tonight. There's that pull up from Boyd Heather. He loves it, doesn't get the roll. Well boxed out though by the Grenadiers. They're trying to get away, causing the foul. It's a specialty of Yule. Loves forcing the defender to pull up. 1:51 remaining. 19-18 our scoreline. On the opposite floor, 13-11. Substitution there as Nick Barker comes in for his namesake, Callum. Former college player signed with Frankston for the NBL 1 this season, but obviously due to COVID was not able to participate. Just over 100 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Round on action to the SBL, and it is the Grenadiers doing as well as they can. That drop down pass there from the brother Yule, and that foul called. 1:38 remaining, 19-18. That is a 4-2 foul count. And they have got this on the sideline. Alex Bestwick heads out. Meanwhile, that's Caleb Pawson, number 30, checking in, brother of Elijah, who plays for the Kings. Kings scheduled to play later tonight against Hobart in a must-win game. Now, what are we wanting? The foul was on the wrong... We've got a clock issue. Sit here momentarily. Now the fouls, I repeat, are now a 5-1 foul count. That foul on the wrong side, so that will be Samuel going to the line for 2. Right, cold, well, slightly warmer Kingston night, I should say. Under a minute on the first remaining on our opposite floor, 11-13 the scoreline. We'll try and get an accurate update on that as we go along. Drew Johnson sorting out the clock there. They're going to let that run down around that 90-second mark in the first. 147 remaining, I should say. 107 left. Samuel at the line for 2. Misses the first, doesn't get the roll. There's Josh Cunningham walking in the door. No doubt a late injection to this squad. Again, Phoenix Roby, who had 31 last week, has injured himself. He's out. And that looks to have happened in the warm-up. Yule makes the second. 20-18 our scoreline. Just get, there we go. Bit of camera work and lock there. Connor Smith now with the ball, guarded by Yule. Close guard count on. The brothers Yule double team. Stanwicks from deep, no good. Taken away by Pawson. 90 seconds remaining. The Grenadiers getting up and down the floor here nicely on both ends. Looking for some ball movement out to Pawson. Played some vital minutes last week. Josh Yule also playing some vital minutes. He's had a good couple of weeks. That round-the-back pass yet to pay off. Good skip pass. Young's been on fire. He's missed that one. No Dersma arrow for him. That one's batted into the crowd to Pete and Michelle chopping. Michelle playing a key role in training a lot of these NBL 1 boys in the off-season. Just over a minute remaining here in the first. Stanwicks now dumped down to Heather. He's a little too far outside of the comfort range at the moment. Smith waits for the cut. Gets it late from his brother Liam. Wants to split the D. Goes inside. Kicks out Stanwicks' corner. 3. Good. That puts the Grenadiers behind now. Spartans take the lead 21-20, but they're getting up and down the floor. Again, if confidence matches their game, they're very hard to beat. And that's how they've been playing the last couple of weeks, with confidence. Yule inside, guarded by Heather. Wants the drop-down pass, doesn't get it. Deflected by the defence, gets it back. He's got no one to give it to, though. Gives it to Young in the short corner. Fade, pass fake, not given. Yule, 2 seconds. That's long. That's no good. Didn't hit the ring. That'll be a violation. 25.4 remaining in the first, and Spartans are going to want to settle this. Make this at least a 4-point game. Substitution, Zach Minty checking in as Josh Yule heads out. Minty playing a return season after having 12 months off with knee issues. It's good to have him back on the floor. 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Round 9 SBL action. Stanwicks wanting a high isolation. Gets it. No option there but to give down to Nick Barker. Gives out to Liam Smith. Taken away by Young. Nutmegs Boyd Heather. Goes inside. Dump down pass. Minty round the back. Good finish. And that one will not count. No good. And at quarter time, with a chance to being 4 points up there now, 1 point down, the Spartans trail the Grenadiers 22-21. So our second quarter gets underway. Grenadiers to the left, Spartans to the right. That's James Newitt now with the ball handling duties. Looks for the pass, and good cut-off defence there. Young gets inside, good give and go. Newitt gets inside to Peterson, blocked by Barker. Get that stuff out of here, he says. Cal been working in the gym, and he's managed to kick that to himself. It's good footwork, wrong sport, good stop. Meanwhile, on the other floor, it's the Glenorchy Spartans taking advantage of the Hobart Phoenix without Kylie McCauley with a hamstring issue. Hope she gets better soon. Peterson wanted that one, didn't get it, taken away by Stanwicks. Liam Smith nearly loses the handle, gives to Stanwicks, stops on a dime, floats up inside, no good. Peterson with the rebound, slows down, no options in front of him, and he gives it to Minty on the far side. Jordan Latham in support, cuts back, doesn't want that. Running their second lineup essentially. Good pass by Newitt inside to Latham to Peterson, gets inside off the glass, and that's a wonderful finish. Good ball movement there by the Grenadiers. Player of the night brought to you by the Grenadiers. Liam Smith now wanting to get inside, no whistle. Very good work. Kabaka with a putback. Read that nicely off the rim. Brings it back to a 1 point ball game, 23-24. Newitt slows it down there. Entry pass to Peterson, guarded by Barker. Got the block before. Kicks to Newitt. The Crayfisherman, a nice long three. Product of the Strawn Queenstown Basketball Association field. Product of Strawn, as I mentioned. Now in Hobart. Played senior down in Queenstown. Very fine young athlete in his own right. Commits the foul there on Connor Smith. Speaking of Smiths, there's Liam back out to Connor. gives to Jack Stanwicks. Isolation on Latham. Takes that one, no good. Cow Barker fighting on the glass there, couldn't get that. Latham now with the ball. Grenadiers with that pass and 2 cutters, not 1 reception. That was a nice pass, it just went to absolutely nobody. And away we go again. It's 90 seconds remaining, or gone, oh geez. 90 seconds gone here in the second quarter, and the Spartans now out by 2 basket. Hitting the hands. The referee didn't see it that way. Barker wanted to go inside, not guarded close enough. Gives to his brother Nick, couldn't make it. Matty Young clears out in the rebound. Favouring that right hand gives to Zach Minty. Jordan Latham with the dirtiest stash going. He's thrown that out of bounds. Matty Young just wants everyone to hold up in the corner and get these passes accurately. Over there with the crutches there, leaning against the wall. Adrian Peach, he's a key rotation here. This Spartan squad out with an injury. We'll have to follow up on that one. Spartans running with just 6-7 on the bench tonight. Interesting to see what they manage to do. There's Jack wanting to get inside. Stanwicks, that is. Sparto under baseline, gets it done. That brings it back to a 2-point ball game. Knew it now, wanting to get inside, doesn't. Peterson gives to Minty, who's on the move in the right sense. Young to Latham, doesn't have any option. He's going to back down. Wanted help, doesn't get it. Knew it's a long way out, gets to the free throw line. 5 seconds, goes up on Barker, missed. Goes up on Nick Barker. Cow Barker taking that one. Stanwicks now. Pass option. Gets Young on his heels. Doesn't matter. Taken away by Liam Smith. Back to Stanwicks. Drives baseline. Kick out. Nick Barker. He loves that. Gets the defender in the air. Gets inside. Floating off the glass. Gets his own rebound. Sorry, Cow gets the rebound. And we got a tie ball game. 27 apiece. With 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Round 9 action in the SBL. As Newitt. Up and under. Peterson missed, taken away by Stanwicks. He's out to Connor Smith, stripped away by Latham. And stripped away well enough, they've earned the ball back. Substitutions, Alex Bestwick and Sam Yule coming in for Peterson and Minty. Going to have to really utilise their bench here tonight if they're going to try and take away a win here, the Grenadiers. Can't rule the Spartans out on form, but Grenadiers are going to try and make this one a photo finish either way. Sam Yule now to Matty Young. Wants to give and go, doesn't. Goes inside, step back, that's nice. Very, very nice indeed. Matty Young in form. And one would suggest he's certainly been in the votes in most Grenadiers games. And in their wins, certainly top of the poll. Stanwicks wanting baseline, guarded well. Nearly double dribbles, keeps the handle, goes inside. Contact, Liam Smith. No good, works hard. Barker been pushed on the rebound. Inbound there by Smith. Barker, who was fouled there on the rebound, can't make that one, short on the jumper. Grenadiers wanting to clear. They still hold that 2-point lead. The Spartans certainly starting to catch up to their caper. A different looking Grenadiers side the last time they played. And here's a big reason why. Sammy Yule no good. Slowly getting his match fitness back. Latham spins. Bestwick corner. 3. No good. Barker taken away. Nonetheless given to Matty Young for 3. That's no good either. Bestwick with the offensive rebound. That's multiple attempts there by the Grenadiers. Probably with too much relative ease. And they've cleared this back out to 4 points. Newitt trying to stay in front there. It's a fair effort with Smith. Stanwicks again, the lead offensive threat, nails that one. We're back to a 1-point ball game, 30-31. Just over 5 remaining here in the first half. First of our men's double-header tonight. The other game we're expecting is Newitt takes that one. That's good too. A timeout taken there by Glenorchy. 34-30 our scoreline, 5:18 remaining here in the first. Meanwhile on the other side of the floor, 6:40 remaining, 22-18, Hobart down by 4. Men's double action tonight. Double header I should say. It'll be Hobart and the Kings at 8 o'clock. Hobart coming off the bye. Meanwhile the Kings looking to try and resurrect their season and certainly keep hope alive there in the 4th seed. coming back in from the timeout now. 5:18 remaining in the first half. You're watching the Spartans and the Grenadiers. And the Spartans are down. They had a real challenge last week with the Southern Wolves for 3 quarters before blowing that one out. They haven't quite been able to break anything open here at the moment. That is a foul. Bestwick there, I do believe. Bestwick or Latham, one of the two, were at the scene of the crime. It's a 0-3 foul count. Spartans certainly not on the receiving end last quarter. Omar this time earning it as they go. Cut by Smith, taken away by Yule. The Grenadiers have been reading very well. If they read this well on offence, it could be a double-digit lead. Young floats to the corner, doesn't matter. Yule gets inside, he's been called for a travel, lifted that pivot. And we're going the other way. Stanwicks now with the ball. Kicking out to Liam Smith. The tandem we've called too many times in the last 2-3 seasons. Fadeaway jumper. Cal Barker gets that back. And that's nice. Wanted to put back, it didn't quite come off the rim for him. Back to a 2-point ball game. Good skip pass to Bestwick. He wanted to get in, doesn't. Gives to Latham, mid-range jumper. No, hung in the air and it's good. Couldn't tell from this angle. Straight up and down on the cylinder. We're back out to a 4-point game. The Grenadiers can't break away, and that's why the Spartans keep answering back. Very competitive first half here. The Grenadiers wanting to draw that foul. Yule's favourite play. Unsuccessful on that event. Trying to draw the defender once again, going into Latham, taken away by Liam Smith. Connor Smith, I should say, doesn't matter as Yule gets the body and inside. Continue to tick down. The Spartans well on top here. Meanwhile, the Grenadiers of the ladder, I should say. Good step that there by Stanwicks. That's up and under as well. That's no good. Taken away by the Grenadiers. Spartans on top of the men's competition. Meanwhile, the Grenadiers in 4th and fighting hard to push for that 3rd competition. Young misses that. Couldn't get his own rebound. This one's a very interesting matchup. Could be a finals preview. Nick Barker with a big screen there. Cal Barker dribbling inside, trying to body up, gives it back out to Smith, uses that Barker screen. That's 2 big Barker screens. It's 2 big Barker boys. And that's a big Liam Smith basket. Back to 2 points. Just over 3 remaining here in the first half. Newitt now with the ball. That one looks good. Not quite round the rim. Straight up there, Latham, as Yule going to the basket. They're pulled out of that one so they don't get done. And Yule again fighting for that one. Back out to 4 points. The Grenadiers can't break away, but the Spartans just can't quite get on top. Smith inside. Doesn't matter, gets his own rebound, misses that. Nick Barker getting that one. Again, it's a 2-point ball game. Back and forth action here. What has been a very spirited and competitive second quarter, round 9 action as we mentioned. Still 11 weeks to go. And these teams are advised to go, and the offensive foul's been called. Connor Smith was crunched. Sandwiched amongst 2 big bodies there. Substitution as Yule comes in with Peterson. Meanwhile, Nick and Cal Barker head out. So that is Josh Cunningham and Boyd Heather. Size advantage certainly with the Grenadiers once again. Wanting to shorten up the Spartans to try and get some scoring. That's what they've got Heather in for that jump shot. Uses that screen, rolls well on that screen, goes the drop down pass to Stanwicks, does. He gets caught in the double team in the short corner. He's got no choice but to bail out. Does, 1 second. Connor Smith, no good. Too short to get on the roller coaster there. And it's still at 2 points. The Grenadiers wanting to break away, but the Spartans being the Spartans, just not allowing them to do so. Inside 2 minutes here in the first half. Screen there. Yule to Bestwick. He likes that slashing drive, and that's a nice finish. Young Alex Bestwick, 4 points there. Stanwicks wanting to do it all himself, can't, just to Boyd Heather. In turn gives back to Stanwicks, once the screen doesn't. Connor Smith, corner, 45, misses that. Smith over the back wanting that. No foul call. That'll be Grenadiers, other side of the floor there. inside 3 minutes, 30-26. It's tightening up in our other women's matchup. Hobart in first position there, the Spartans in third. Hobart missing Kylie McCauley with a hamstring injury. Shana Thompson having a massive 4-5 weeks here. She's going to continue her scoring run. Had 45 last week in a convincing win. Maddie Young from the short corners missed there. There's a hook there, and that'll go the other way. Call there by Ruben Woolcock. That'll be 2 shots. Spartans heading to the lines. Grenadiers in the penalty. Minute 10 remaining in the first half here. A fair bit of talk here amongst the boys. They're going to need a rest. Grenadiers team running 8, definitely 8 deep on the substitutions as Pawson certainly takes some extra minutes here or there. Heather makes that one. Rare that Boyd misses 2 in a row. Rare that Boyd misses 1 in general, makes 2 for 2. And again, we're back to a 2-point ball game, just over a minute remaining here in the first half. We're just trying to get some action here as Yule goes to catch that one, pushed off the post. Samuel, and he's walked there. Under a minute remaining here in the first. Jack Stanwick's going to need a massive second half here with some assistance from Cow Barker and William Smith. There's Connor Smith, been playing some vital minutes, developed in the last couple of years. Good short corner jumper from Boydo, who's missed that one. Samuel to his brother Josh. Largest arms in the world. That one tipped away from the Spartans. Grenadiers to control this one, 34.8 remaining. In what has been a very back and forth and competitive first half. One of the best first halves from both sides for the competition this year. Josh Cunningham in to get boards, he's just done that. And the Spartans have a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Taking the lead will certainly give them an advantage, and Boyd Heather can sense it. They've missed that one. Caleb Pawson in the game, gets the rebound as we mentioned. They need to slow down, told him to do so. 8 seconds remaining in the half, screen there by Pawson, screen by Peterson too. Oh, he splits the D, gets inside, contact and one. Sammy Yule inside. And again, just when you thought the Spartans could tie it or go ahead in this game, they find themselves 4, potentially 5 points down. 2.5 remaining. Seconds, that is. 1 foul shot here for Yule. And he makes that one. Outlet pass. Tipped away by Young. 0.4 remaining. So we still have time. It's going to need to be some sort of jump shot. They're looking for the alley play, but I have a feeling this could be a jumper. It is. Boydo, that's good! The referees have counted that. That has made that an interesting game. We are 45-43. That jumper there from Boyd Heather heading into the half just makes that one a little more interesting. 45-43 at the half. The Grenadiers with the lead. We'll be back in the second half after this. Second half underway. Spartans to the left, Grenadiers to the right. Missed all but a dribble. Short corner pull up from Stanwicks off the glass, no good. Tipped away. Josh Yule slowing that one down to Jordan Latham. Samuel with the ball. And a Boyd Heather jumper with 0.4 remaining. That one's a nice cut inside, taken away by Connor Smith. William Smith now with the ball, goes inside, gets the foul on the arms. And on the other side of the floor at half time, 36-30. Second half underway in our women's game. The Spartans just leading there. Connor Smith, no decision to be made there. Wanting the pass to Kowbaka does. He wants to go inside. Fighting through contact. Gets his own board. Misses his own board. Can't get anything. Contact called. Hello to everyone on the other side of the floor running into me there. 43-45, as I mentioned that. Boyd Heather, 0.4 second of a jumper. Heading into half-time has just made this one a little interesting. Interesting to see if the Spartans can capitalise. Kick out there to Latham. Peterson there is usually down in the low block. Double screen set, not paid. Yule again. Not sure where to go. Young gets the defender off. Pass to Peterson. Dump down pass. Young wanted it. Doesn't matter. Gets his own rebound. Finishes there. Matty Young again crucial for the way this team has played in the last 4 weeks, particularly the last 3. Certainly been a factor tonight. Stanwicks gets inside amongst the defence. Up inside, Smith of a dribble. Gets contact and he'll go to the line for an and one opportunity. One to come for Smith. This to make this 45, 46, 47. 1 point ball game. The Spartans need to get over this hump and get out on a lead. The Grenadiers, meanwhile, just seem to be controlling the tempo of this game and playing at their will. It's with plays like that from Matty Young, usually nailing that one. Josh Hill dump down. Young gets a defender in the air. He's managed to try and throw up and under on Cow. And he couldn't grab hold of that one. It's gone through the soccer goals. The Grenadiers will get that one back on the baseline. So we're just confirming something on the score bench there. Latham's crept into the corner. We'll see if they use him. One in action. Peterson gets a very easy one down the low block, banks that in. So it's back out to 3 points now for the Grenadiers. Again, playing with confidence. They've won 2 of their last 3. Looking to make it 3 from 4 and start really pushing towards that 3rd seed. Hands power there by Latham. Could hear it from here. Under 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter, I should say. Smith wanting to get an inbounds, does. Kowbaka was just inside when he gathered it. To Stanwicks, he's cutting inside, spins, he's being double teamed down there. The Grenadiers will get that in the base. Sorry, Spartans. The Grenadiers knocked it out. Spartans will get that on the baseline. Stanwicks to inbound, movement not there. Connor Smith, top of the 3-pointer, has missed that one. Liam Smith with a big rebound there. He's managed to fight his way through it. Foul on the floor first. Referee Ruben Woolcock. NBL referee. His first season just gone. Referee Andrew Johnson, NBL 1 referee himself. So some quality officiating on the game tonight. Some quality play as well. With 3-point margin. 49-46. Connor Smith inside. Goes to Kowbaka. Seals off. Couldn't get the pass. Outlet by Latham. Kicks over to Newitt. He's got momentum. That was good interception by Connor Smith. A good little defensive play there. Cuts the passing lane. Kowbaka's got a lot of room to move. He's stepping through traffic. Wanting the bank shot. Gets his own tip. That's good hard work there from the big man. He's had an off couple of weeks. He's just wanting to find a little bit of form, and it's a 1-point ball game. If there's any time to stand up and deliver and get that form back, it's in a tight game. Newitt out to Young now. A long way from where he usually is. Newitt takes that. Barker reaches out and build Rome with bricks like that if he keeps going. Newitt, Stanwicks now wanting the alley-oop pass. Newitt's certainly not tall enough to compete with him. Stanwicks has hit the deck. Alex Bestwick asking the question. Latham also asking the question. Substitution as Boyd Heather heads out and Nick Barker heading back in. And in the bonus, the Spartans, so they will head to the line. 6:58 remaining, and they are in the bonus, so you would look to see them take advantage inside. Other side of the floor there, 42-40. That game getting even tighter. The Spartans and the Wolves, and the Phoenix, up and down roller coaster kind of form. They're going to want to deliver some consistency here. A bit of a plateau would be nice. Stanwicks misses that one. We got a tie ball game, 49 apiece. And it is most definitely anyone's ball game. Whoever delivers down the stretch in this one certainly gonna win. Give and go there. Smith hijacks that one off Bestwick. Thought he had a break. Slows down, but Bestwick gets it back and says, no, I'll have that, thank you. Latham out to Minty. He's got his mate in Matty Young in support. He's too far out to score. Goes the isolation. That's not though. No good off the rim. Taken away by Latham. Good offensive rebounding here by the Grenadiers. Keeping them in the advantage. He nearly loses the handle. Uncharacteristic. Stanwicks a bit rattled here. Just getting a bit of contact. Not necessarily getting the freedom he usually gets. Liam Smith for three. No good. He can shoot. Barker's got to grab that and doesn't. Minty there gives to Young. 6'8", small power forward. Combo forward at worst, you would suggest. Bestwick wanted to step back on Barker. Doesn't. Latham now with the ball. Wanted to give and go, didn't get it. Back out to Matty Young, dump down pass, no accurate cut. Cal Barker cleans up the scraps. And the Spartans with a chance to take the lead here, or at least square it up. Barker open with a three, nails that one, and we've got a lead to the Spartans, 52-51, and you can just sense a fair bit of momentum has gone him, the Grenadiers. Barker's managed to get his jump shot back. He's going to want to continue to score. Build that confidence back up. Double cut there from the Grenadiers. Don't think they realised. Latham wants a response on the three. Doesn't get it. Gets nothing but the back iron. Smith out to his brother. It's Connor to Liam, who has the ball now. To Stanwicks, who goes inside on the split. That one taken away by Latham. Lost the handles. And it's going to go the other way of the Grenadiers. That ball has disappeared. One's under the stairs. Substitution now. As Yule comes in. I think it's under the stairs. As we have under the stairs. We've called a timeout and we'll go and try and find this ball. Back in from a timeout, the Grenadiers now with the ball. Dumped down pass to Latham. Ball lost under the grandstand. We managed to find it. Kicks out. Bestwick for three. Commoner's boosting shot if it fell, and it didn't. Smith to his namesake. Stanwicks inside. Very nice pass. But goal, mate! Jesus! He pulled that down in the heavens. That was a big fire slammer jammer. One-handed wham bam jam, thank you man, by Cal Barker. That's what the man is capable of. Some social media footage of that man throwing down one-step windmills. Clearly capable, knows what he's doing. Needed the drop down, gets it. Cal Barker clears the rebound. Smith now, down the floor, drop down. Connor, Stanwicks, Jack to Smith, not there. And this is going to be an interesting matchup as you're wanting the drop down. Gives to Young, who wanted to pull up, doesn't matter. He goes up inside, batted away by Young off the glass. That'll be Connor Smith on the broadcast. Under 4 minutes remaining. Cow wanted to pull up, wanted to get inside, doesn't. Ran into the brick wall that was Josh Yule. Dumped down to Cal Barker. That pass just too low. Keeps his hands up. And they managed to get away with that, the Grenadiers. 54-51. The Spartans just breaking away in this one. Haven't really led here. Going to want to do a bit more. Thought he missed the pass, but that was Bestwick cutting across the top. Gets inside, loses the ball. Stanwicks with the ball, hesitation dribble. Has to slow it up. Wanted that left hand, and that is a block there on Yule. He'll go to the line for two, Stanwicks on the drive. Been heading down that right side a lot with that spare hand. Other side of the floor. 48-44, 3:13 remaining. Now, women's game. We have had a sub. We've had a sub. Not whistled, but he's in. 5 on 5. Maybe it was whistled, I'm not sure. Walking there in the puffer jacket, Terry Masunda. The Hobart Phoenix veteran star. Meal 1 star. Hobart Chargers 2018 Seabull Championship starting guard. Pedigree to match his ability. and can still get it done. Terry, a former Spartans player, played in their winning grand final of 2018. Also played in Hobart's winning grand final last year, looking for the three-peat. Meanwhile, as we just have a look here, we've got everything fully adjusted. Stanwicks to Barker. Cunningham into the game now. Back to Stanwicks, giving him too much room to shoot. Couldn't make him pay. With Barker back to Jack Stanwicks. Wanting inside, splits the D, doesn't get off the rim. Latham does, however. Kicks out to Young. Wanted to dump down to Latham. Does. Slow. Step back. Thought he double dribbled. Got away with it. Yule wants that screen. Gets it. Gets inside. Big block there. Nick Barker meets him at the rim. Gets him on the body though, and he'll go the line for two. Sam, you're the catalyst you would suggest for this side. Really brought some spark and energy to the team in the last couple of weeks. Certainly been a big factor in winning their two of their last 3 games. He makes the second, brings it back to a 2-point ball game. No one's out and about. Liam Smith wanting to get inside. Goes up, gets a contact. He'll go the line for 2. .241 remaining, 54-52 our scoreline. See what we can get out of the end of this one. Good on the first. Nails the second in quick succession too. Back to a 4-point margin, this time in favour of the Spartans. And it certainly will be anyone's game heading into the last. Down to Bestwick. Had an alright game. Square up there by Matty Young. Misses that one. Put up against the board there. Stanwicks gets the ball. He's just too big, too strong, too quick. Dumped down to Nick Barker. Wanted to give to his brother Cow. Doesn't matter. Loses the handle. Out to Cunningham. And the Spartans essentially have to... didn't travel. Kept his feet. Short on that one. Johnson calls that one in favour of the Grenadiers. There's a substitution as Newitt comes in. And he'll be... coach there of the Grenadiers, Brendan Stanwicks, the coach of the Spartans. Coffee in hand for Bull tonight. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Matty Young's got the ball in the perimeter. So does Sam Mule. He doesn't mind a shot. Neither of those boys don't mind a jumper. Timmy Peterson. He goes up, gets the defender in the air, and that'll be a foul. He'll go the line for 2. Barker with 2 quick fouls. That'll be the 3rd foul on the Spartans. 56-52 our score line. That's Yule at the line once again. He's missed the first. 3/4 time on the other side of the floor, and we've got 52 all. And what has been a very tight and exciting game of women's action there. Grenadiers 1 of 2 from the line, back to a 3-point ball game. Back and forth action, as we mentioned, the best part of 3 quarters. The first real challenge the Spartans have had all year. Hobart putting the pressure on at points in their most recent game, but just quite not enough. Stanwicks with 3 misses. Liam Smith cleans it up. Hop step through the lane, makes it good. Brings it back out to 5 points. Wanted to give and go. Gets it late. James Newitt. Nearly missed everything. Bestwick takes that away. He stepped out of bounds in the save. Substitution. So Alex heads out there. How about Phoenix coming in from their reserve game? They look to have a handy control of that before this one tipped off. 58-53 meanwhile. And the Spartans with a lead. There's Nick Barker, wants 17 foot. He's a little too far out, closer to 23 feet. There's 17 feet, and that's Jack Stanwicks. That is good. They've started finding their form here in the 3rd. The Spartans need to keep their head about themselves. Meanwhile, the Grenadiers cannot drop their chin, which could prove costly. Newitt's not afraid to fire. He's missed that one. Barker fighting for it. Tip out to Young. Left open, gets open space. 3. Good. $60-56. We're back to 4 points. Could be back out to 6 momentarily as Barker misses the tip though. Back to Barker off Cunningham. He's guarded by Yule, and that elbow's coming up, and the offensive foul's called. That's 3 fouls on Nick in this quarter. And he's going to have to be very careful heading into the last. 2 defensive, 1 offensive. And we've got 1 possession left here. 15 seconds remaining in the third. The Grenadiers are going to want to make this a 1-point ball game. What they do and if they can do it are another question. Screen there by Peterson. Yule inside, runs into trouble. Newitt to make it a 1-point ball game, no good. Yule bashes it back out, gets it to Newitt. He goes up again, fights off the glass, misses that. Barker to Barker, and that's not going to matter. At 3/4 time, 60-56. Rushed offense there from the Grenadiers proved too much. Barker just asking a question of what's happening. We've got 1 quarter of action left to go. Stick around, 60-56 heading into the last. Final quarter action underway here. Grenadiers to the right, Spartans to the left. The Grenadiers, after having slender lead most of this one, see themselves down by 4. Still remain down by 4. Cleared away by Peterson on the glass. Defenders straight up. Wants a tip in, gets it, and it's now down to 2 points. And the Spartans are looking challenged here for the first time. They trail. Undefeated since the start of the return to play. That is deep. Too deep, in fact. And that one will go over to the reserves, Hobart boys. 60-58 the score. Now, crowd building to see the end of this one. Obviously, talk filtering through. The Spartans are out, and it is back court. The Grenadiers. Spartans ball, 60-58 the scoreline. Connor Smith to inbound the ball, double on Liam. Doesn't matter, he receives it anyway. Back to Connor, sees the gap, doesn't matter. Doesn't use it. Stanwick's down to Cow. Barker couldn't get the run. Triple teamed. Heather, Connor Smith for the lead to extend. It's hit the top of the hit the crossbar on top of the backboard there. It's put in the shot clock. That one is no good. We're going the other way. Grenadiers ball. It's only a 2-point game. And again, crowd slowly building there in the doorway here for the last quarter. Dump down pass. Yule. The brothers connect. Bit of a nod. That's what they wanted. And we got a tie ball game. Spartans in danger of losing their first since their return. Boydo looks at it, doesn't matter, nails the corner jumper. Things are picking up here. 8:30 remaining, the 4th quarter. Round 9 action. The Grenadiers looking for 3 out of 4. The Spartans wanting to keep their undefeated trot. Samuel receives off his brother Josh. He takes the long jumper. That's good. And they're out to a 1-point lead. That one ruled a 3. A 1-point lead now for the Grenadiers. Wanted a kick ball, didn't get it. Given to Young. Gives to Yule. Back to Young to Peterson. Good basketball, good finish. Out to 3 points now. Again, Spartans just low on rotations. Not getting the execution on offence they want. Connor Smith fades to the corner. Gets inside. That one on Peterson. He'll go to the line for 2. And that one there is on, that one actually paid on Samuel. Thought that was on Peterson, on Samuel, if I'm not mistaken. So no, it might have been Peterson, my mistake. Either way, we're heading to the line for 2. Connor Smith, 7:48 remaining. On the other side of the floor, 59-56, a tight game over there as well. Hobart now in the lead. Connor Smith takes the first and nails it. That one rolls off the rim, 1 or 2 there from Smith. Up inside, Samuel gets through his defence, nice. 4 to go on the Spartans are getting up the floor quickly here. They can sense the urgency that's needed. That's a high floater. Stanwick's wanted his rebound. He's hit the deck hard. He's getting back up on defence there. Latham, Young. Here's a chance to fire this off. Drop down pass to Yule, who's inside and scoring. And they're out to a 6-point lead here, the Grenadiers. Again, the Spartans closing out the second quarter nicely. Third quarter looked to be theirs. The Grenadiers have come out strong in the fourth, and that's an offensive foul. No good. Fend off there, paid. 7:01 remaining here in the fourth, 69-63. Lead to the Grenadiers, who with match fitness and confidence have come out of the wilderness. Many sought them fighting to remain the sole fourth participant in this competition. As Yule gets inside, bodied out by Barker and Boyd Heather. Connor Smith now, trying to draw the defence, doesn't. Barker's had some success from 3 tonight. Tries to clear out there. Stanwicks with 2, no good. His jumper has deserted him tonight. Young skip pass to Bestwick, to Yule. Wanted to pull up 3, doesn't get it. Wants to go inside, doesn't matter. Bestwick for 3, good! And the confidence is up once again. A 9-point ball game to the Grenadiers. And they are meaning serious business. That one taken away. I think there's got to be a timeout coming here. No good. Let's have a look. That one has been waved away. That one a push on Bestwick on the offence. And a timeout called there for the Spartans. They're going to talk this over. They're down 9 with more work to do than I think they've expected all season. 72-63 in what has been one hell of a contest so far. .6:03 remaining here. Timeout resume there for the Spartans on the base. Newart's going to chase them 94 feet. I don't know how successful that's going to be for the crayfishermen from Strawn. We'll see how it pays off. The Spartans are not looking like the same unit. Cal Barker catches that. He's out 1. Wants to go inside. Can't spin. Doesn't matter. Bestwick fighting through contact. Wanting a call, not getting it. And he's frustrated in himself. Keep the hands out, they say, as Stanwick's with the ball. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. He needs to nail this one, doesn't. Back iron. One more basket here for the Grenadiers. Could spell disaster. Again, the margin's been no greater than 4 or 5 most of the way. And while the Grenadiers starting to square up. Pass inside. Contact there. That foul there on Smith. Again, a 9-point ball game here. And to the shock of many, that'll be to the Grenadiers. That's on the backboard. Deflected away by Stanwicks. Again, on the other side of the floor. 66-63 to Hobart. Without Kylie McCauley, out with a hamstring injury. And that is an offensive foul. That foul on Matty Young. who committed the offence there. 72-63. Again, the Spartans. Could they suffer their first defeat since the return to play? They'll still remain on top, but the intent and effort of the Grenadiers is evident. Smith gets inside to Barker, wanted it off the glass, doesn't get it. And Young now with the ball. Bullet pass, Yule, no good. Stanwicks clears that one. We've got less than 5 to play here and a 9-point ball game. We've just got to slow down the Spartans and control it. Boyd Heather, he loves a 3. Missed that one. Smith with a rebound, wants to fight inside, and they've called the foul there on the base. That one is on the hands there, committed by Sam Yule. Nick Barker checks in. Josh Yule wanting to check in. Substitution was called. Newitt heads out. 4:36 remaining. 72-63 our score. Spartans need one to make it interesting. The Grenadiers need one to make it unassailable. Connor Smith, he's not afraid to put a shot up. They're going to run an offence here. Stanwicks wanting to get inside. Hesitation, dump down. Nick Barker's managed to get that in the short corner. He does love those. Misses the rebound. Was hot talked to. Nick Barker clears that one out on the steal. Kicks out to his brother Liam. Stanwicks, plenty of room. Has not been able to buy a basket tonight. Couldn't find a bucket in the hardware store. Liam Smith's hurt his hand. Matty Young gets an easy layup inside there, finishes. We're out to 11 points, and you'd have to suggest this one is very close to over. Spartans are going to have to do a brick proverbial of work taken away by Young. And it has been one of those nights for the Spartans. They needed to undo themselves at some point. And what have we got here? We're just going to check some stuff here on the score bench. Must have been some sort of shot clock violation. And again, the Spartans were not expecting this. 74-63. The Grenadiers are going to win, at this stage, look like they're going to win their 3rd in 4 games. Meanwhile, a 1-point ball game on the other side, 69-68. We'll try and keep you updated there. Loses the handle, Yule gets it back. Hands there, nearly steps back court, nearly loses the hands. Stanwicks fights for it, hustling for the ball, and managed to get it back, tips it out. And that's good defence and good hustle from the Spartans. They've kept this one interesting. Smith, Stanwicks, 3, caps off the defensive work with a big bucket. 8-point ball game, 66-74 in favour of the Grenadiers. Goes inside, Josh Yule, blocked by Barker. Taken away, Spartans again with the ball, wanting to go down, throws it away into the corner. Jack's hit the deck. He's not happy with himself. Laugh amongst boys, but the competitive juices are flowing. We're inside of 3 minutes here. Many of the crowd still hanging around, not floating to their respective games. Matty Young from deep, gets the defender on skates, takes a 3, bang! An 11-point ball game again. Stanwicks wants a response, banks it in. Bit late to be putting a term deposit in, but that was certainly some safety. And they're just going to try and slow it down here. Managed to kick out to Bestwick. Probably wanted some contact, couldn't see it all here. Certainly rough going, 6 seconds on the shot clock, isolation. Yule's going to want something, gives to Latham. White ball. They've called foot violation. 14 on the shot clock, was a foot violation. Looked to be a kick ball from where I am. 1:57 remaining, Hobart lead 69-68 on the other floor. And that one's closing down. 2 very competitive games across both courts here for round 9 of the SBL. Whether our next games hold up, we're not sure. Bestwick inside, takes the contact, misses, but Josh Yule, offensive rebound. He's been big on the glass. Smith hits the deck. They wanted a call, doesn't matter. Bestwick, corner 3, gets it, they're full. Taken away by Yule, who's taken away. And we're going that way. Samuel's not happy. and he's quick on the whistle. That's a tee. So that's going that way. Now let's see what's happening here. Foul on Samuel for a push that way. And we've had a technical on 5. And a timeout. Right. 69 to 80. That foul on Samuel, the technical on Samuel. How many fouls he has, I don't know. It has to be high. He's on the bench. He walked straight to the bench following it. Whether that's due to the timeout, I don't know. Just over 100 seconds remaining here in this one. Meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, the Spartans have taken the lead, 70 to 69. What has been a raucous round of action. Round 9 of the SBL. Our next game's coming from here, the men's double header. We've got you covered there. That'll be the Hobart Phoenix taking on the Kingborough Huon Kings, who are on a bit of a skid and need to build some momentum, need some consistency. Meanwhile, Hobart coming off a bye. It'll be interesting to see how they act. Hearing talks that Lockie Boucher will not be with the squad, possibly for the rest of the year. Meanwhile, for the Spartans, they have been without Phoenix Roby, 31 last week. A strong up-and-coming young player who, unfortunately, seemed to have injured himself in the layout line and was not with this game. That was a massive out, and that changed their offensive outlook. (71-69), the Spartans have extended their lead on the other side of the floor. So again, we've had the technical foul. Samuel is on the bench. That could prove big, shall we say, in the last 107 seconds of this one. To the line goes Stanwicks. Round the world it makes that one. And now we're all lining up because we're in the penalty. So this will be 2 shots now for Stanwicks to bring it within 8. 8 points in 107 seconds. Can be done, will it? Is another question. Stanwicks the first makes it. Does he want to make this? Does he want to get a rebound? One would suggest bringing it to 8 points and then settling down on a defensive possession is key. Makes the second. Nick Barker, Josh Yule off camera here. Latham now. Got to get it over, they do. And there's Yule. Matty Young's hit the deck. That one's on Nick Barker, and that was his 5th, so he's out of the game. He's had 4 fouls here in the second half. Matty Young hit the deck hard on contact, so that now limits them to Josh Cunningham if he needs to be used. But one would suggest the Spartans aren't going to. Latham wanting to get inside. Peterson contact, and that's good. What Alex Bestwick is doing, I don't know. Anyway, Peterson goes to the line to make this 11-point ball game and nullify any offence the Spartans have just had. The Grenadiers looking at 3 in 4 games, 2 in as many. Makes that. And their team game starting to gel. They know they need a basket. Smith and Stanwicks can do it. So can Boyd Heather, don't worry, he can nail a jumper. Wanted the double dribble, doesn't get it. Stanwicks kicks out to Boydo. Boydo likes a 3. They chase out at him. Nothing but air. Matty Young's teamed on the baseline. He'll lose his headband. He's got to adjust. Bestwick slows it down. Peterson. Doesn't matter. They've kicked that out. They've nutmegged the ref. 105 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Screen by Peterson. Yule going inside. Drop down. Bestwick to nail the game. Missed that one. And we're away. Liam Smith wanted the pull up. Doesn't get it. Goes inside to the rim. Contact. He'll go to the line for 2. And he's ended up amongst the his best mates. Stratzma, Pawson, Richards. He's gone past Pete Stone there on the flyby as well. Our old reserves player for Hobart, Max Schultz, copping a bit of an earful as well. 53.4 remaining. He nails that one. Back to a 10-point ball game. I don't think they're going to be making that up in this time. 73-71 on the other floor there, under 30 seconds remaining. A tight one there. Smith makes a second. We're back to a 9-point ball game. Screen by Timmy Peterson. Outlet pass by Young to Bestwick. He's caught that in the front court. And they're going to try not to foul there. Young gets it, wants to pull up three to nail it, doesn't do it. Yule does. Young gets it to seal the game, nails it. And in what many would term a boil over, the injury to Phoenix Roby have factored in. Stanwicks from the car park, missed that one. Cal Barker wants to go upstairs, blocked away by Yule. He's happy with himself too. The crowd's starting to disperse a bit here. 86-74 our scoreline. The Spartans probably have one more possession. On the other side of the floor, we've got a tie ball game with 1 second. Barker, short corner, misses that one. Bestwick with the ball, taken out by Yule, and you'd think they're going to try and dribble this one out. Not much else is going to happen. Technical foul has been called. Technical foul on the Spartans. And we'll get a foul shot here. 12.7 remaining. This one all but over. Josh Yule to take this. We've got a tie ball game on the other side of the floor. 1 second remaining. Front court ball here, 12.7. We've got a 1 point ball game on the other side of the floor. This one will just come in, you'd think. It does. Bestwick takes that, and they're just going to hold the ball up. Final scores here, 86-74. That will do us. Don't pick the ball up yet. He does anyway. Doesn't matter. Final scoreline, 74-86. The Grenadiers knock off the Spartans for their first loss of the return to play. The Grenadiers have got 3 of the last 4. We'll move on to our men's doubleheader next. Hobart versus Phoenix.